Cloud9 beat TSM because they did not have a single win against TSM all season long. So maybe a little bit of relief for Gankstars coming into this one with a team that they at least have a proven history of being able to pick up games on.
I mean, you say that, but I would argue that this Cloud9 is just stronger than the version of TSM, so maybe it's actually even scarier. Grumpjaw going to be the first ban as we are into the draft, and Koshka taken off the table as well. So the two best aggressive junglers immediately wiped off the table.
Yeah, I mean, they're safe bans, right? At this point, it's kind of Grumpjaw and Koshka can't have so much impact on either side of the equation, and Gankstars has showed a lot of Grumpjaw. I wouldn't call it a reliance on the pick, but they definitely have proficiency on that hero.
And once again, we see that C9 Adagio. He's even wearing the C9 colors.
And it's been such a proven pick. If Old School has Adagio, chances are it's going to be a victory for Cloud9. So it's just a matter of, are they going to put the Adagio onto Old School once again? They do often actually flex it down onto GabeVizzle as well. So the rest of the draft is really going to determine that.
So Lyra locked in for Gankstars. Unsurprising so far. A healer on
signature
either
heroes
side
for each team as well.
Absolutely. And now moving on towards this second ban phase. Fortress taken away after the prevalence of that in the last series. I can't say I'm all too surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to take Fortress away because of the way it plays around Lyra. It's actually a really good counter to things that Gankstars might want to do. And it also, yeah, the success rate was just too good. Like, they don't want to face this duo invade composition from Cloud9 anymore.
That's a number I love right there, seeing the 0% ban up until this game. It means it is purely just a respect ban against Cloud9 because of how strong they were with it last series.
And honestly, Fortress is definitely one of these picks that was kind of being hidden until the very, very important games. We barely saw it throughout the tournament, and then once it got to these semi-finals, suddenly it's everywhere. 63% win rate as well on that one. And now Cloud9 taking a while over that ban, but they've settled on Blackfeather.
Yeah, going into this second portion of the draft phase here, I think the Blackfeather is smart, simply just because Gankstars has showed so many ways that they can kind of flex the pick. And Blackfeather, honestly, in lane right now is considered a top-tier carry, especially when you have the Serpent's Mask and the Poison Shiv. Teams actually think that it's almost unstoppable. So I definitely like the respect ban coming out of Cloud9 there, just making sure Blackfeather can't get on top of Old School's Adagio, because Adagio suffers when Blackfeather starts scaling up.
Yeah, it really does. And like you said, having the Poison Shiv on Blackfeather, it's such a good item for him. So making sure that that will not be the case. We've seen a lot of strong Blackfeather play from Gankstars, but now where are they going to go with this pick? It will be the Kestrel, likely for XenoTek.
Yeah.
Again, comfort picks are going to be the name of the game for this series.
And especially for game one, right? You want to go in comfortable. You want to be testing the waters here, because realistically, both of these teams, unless they've been scrimming, they haven't played each other in quite some time. You've got to go in cautious on game one. Glaive going to be locked in on the side of Cloud9, getting that aggressive jungler to go against the Kestrel.
I really like the Glaive pick here, and I think Gwen specifically could also be another response. Typically, Gwen, if they want to flex Adagio into that captain position, Gabe is one of the best captain Adagios. Okay, they are going to leave it on Old School.
Okay.
They're going to go with the Arden, which is a bit of a priority. I like this. There hasn't been a ton of Arden play specifically from North America, so Cloud9 bringing it out here is actually pretty positive impact.
Yeah, and it's a pick that, again, puts the Adagio then into Old School's hands in the lane, which, I mean, again, you have the best Adagio player in the world, arguably. Give him that hero. Let him try and go off. Having a Glaive to set it up with the Arden as well, that is a big combo. If they can land a CC train onto someone with the Gauntlet, the Afterburn, and Aversive Judgment, they're dead. There's no question about it, but here comes the Rona again.
We mentioned the lane Rona. It looks like IraqiZorro willing to take the challenge on this one. And that means, look at that win rate. Yeah, 71%. That is an insanely high win rate.
Make it this far, it's incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle has begun as we have loaded into the Halcyon Fold. So let the games begin as we have all players making their way out onto the map. Both teams rotating as a unit, not looking to be caught by surprise early. C9 will be moving into the right tri-bush of Gankstars. An early afterburn, XenoTek knocked back. That's the catch release squishy, but they're going to drop Joseph. The first blood and a return kill. They are starting off lightning quick here. This is, we expected them to come out swinging, but I didn't expect 2 kills immediately. Old School forced back and so low already.
I definitely expected the early aggression from Cloud9 because of the glaive, but Gankstars played that really nicely, wrecked with a great sigil placement, making it very difficult for Cloud9 to position after the afterburn was used, and all you needed was IraqiZorro with that foe splitter to start wailing on a target, and actually first blood goes Gankstars' way, so there's a net gold gain for them in that situation.
Oh, both teams just on a nice edge as far as that fight was concerned. First blood, of course, the benefit that you would like to have there. But now, we're going to get in the situation of rotations through the jungle, early game farming, and the laning phase of this game. Let's see how it's going to play out. Flares come out of C9, GabeVizzle moves forward. It looks like XenoTek was able to grab it. Yes, he will. Active cable
Oh,
down.
the
He gets the
stun!
trap! XenoTek firing up here. We do have the drop down from IraqiZorro. Gets the damage out, finds the kill. 2 kills now for Gankstars.
It was so crucial that XenoTek got that because he gets level 2, active camo, double stun, and what a rotation from IraqiZorro. You can tell this team is communicating at another level right now because IraqiZorro was on that incredibly quickly. C9 trying to be over-aggressive. Yes, they've got
GabeVizzle.
I know, that was cheeky. That was cheeky.
Only the best captains are going to get in there, be able to steal that away. Right now, though, this is a dangerous situation. OLDSKOOL taking a lot of damage. Boots backward, trying to get into a better position. He's going to drop the heal, but Rek trying to find the kill. Rek's got it! They're going to lose IraqiZorro as well. Both these teams trading, just as they did to start. XenoTek, the Glimmer, not enough, but he drops down. They're going to find Rek as well. Can they chase this down, Scoundrel? It looks like this is going to be a very close one here. We're watching, and this is the after. Remember, the Vanguard buys him enough time. He's in there. He's got it. How about a twisted stroke to finish it off?
So, ILoveJoseph coming through again. Low energy on XenoTek right there. Wasn't able to start using those glimmer shots. And unfortunately, IraqiZorro took too much damage at the start. IraqiZorro is key to these early trades. You need something that's going to be able to duel with the glaive when he commits. And IraqiZorro going down very quickly there left XenoTek very exposed. And without that energy, was unable to trade back in damage. A CP Kestrel with no energy is practically useless. And he also wasn't able to get that active camo off for the same reason.
Definitely, and that's why we see the batteries picked up so early. Often with these CP Kestrels, we'll keep our eyes on XenoTek's items as we do move forward here. What a tense situation. 4-3, 3 minutes into this game. Absolute fireworks so far. Currently, we're going to see Rek moving up into the lane. XenoTek does reveal himself by starting to get some basics off onto these lane minions, looking to apply some pressure. And this is something that you mentioned in the draft. Maybe this could be one of those compositions where we see XenoTek, Rek, Iraqi trying to apply that lane pressure, but Blaze moves up. They find the stun. Bright Bulwark a little bit late. Rek boosts himself back. He's burning down. Joseph finds the kill. Iraqi taking a lot of damage out of the fray as Glimmer shots coming through from XenoTek.
I think something that a lot of you will have noticed right now, and it's very important to mention, the weapon power glaive is so crucial compared to the CP glaive in this particular composition because it allows early aggression versus a CP Kestrel, which is key to putting CP Kestrel under pressure. XenoTek, again, this is what I mean.
A really good point, and the afterburn's there. The damage is there, and ILoveJoseph finds another kill. You know, the debate about who is the best jungler in North America has been going on forever. Joseph really making a case for himself here.
I think the analysts are right. Joseph is playing the performances of his life right now. Gets the back camps just before the Crystal Sentry comes through. But that just exemplifies what I mean, Humanist. Having a weapon power glaive in this situation means you can put pressure on a CP Kestrel. You can limit her power spikes by delaying them. She won't be able to run away with the game. And suddenly, Gankstars with a Lyra, their siege becomes a little worse because they haven't got those power spikes with the glimmer shots. They haven't got that massive amount of damage that they can wail on to OLDSKOOL in lane. And now ILoveJoseph is putting pressure on again.
Joseph up again. He found XenoTek. Oh, he's crit down. That's the kill. They find another one. Joseph, 5 kills. We're not even 5 minutes into this game right now. He's trying to pull a XenoTek. Let's see if they can continue on this trend as C9 up as 3 in the lane. They're going to start to pop onto this turret. Iraqi forcing them back out of the fray.
Oh, Joseph's
there. Joseph gets it. Rek doing his best to defend this turret. He will thwart off the aggression, but this will be mids and forwards taken away.
And I think what's really, really important to note is I think C9 are one of the only teams in the competition that can pull off a weapon power jungler like this. They're the only one that, you don't have many laners right now that are proficient on CP laners.
Right.
Old School's proficiency on a CP Adagio means that you open up a whole school of other picks that you can bring into the jungle, and having ILoveJoseph...
Old School gives you the whole school,
I know, right? ILoveJoseph bringing this weapon power glaive to the table allows them to do what we know C9 does best. Super aggressive early, giving ILoveJoseph a carry role in his own right, celebrating the mechanical prowess of this player. And you can see it already working out leaps and bounds for C9.
I mean, sometimes Tasty Bacon sounds like a broken record, but he's like, if there's an Adagio, I want to see it on Old School, and for good reason. I mean, this guy always shows up when he's given this pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to say, given ILoveJoseph a very aggressive early jungler, this is what we have seen from him over the years. ILoveJoseph was known, when I got into Vainglory, ILoveJoseph, when I got a brief down from Playoff Beard about ILoveJoseph, he goes, this guy is the most aggressive jungler you will ever see. And he's certainly showing those colors right now, Humanist.
Phenomenal play. We see XenoTek moving up. There's a lot of aggression onto that turret. They're going to force back, but the turret's going to drop down. Joseph, defensive afterburn. Looks like we're going to cancel off the aggression. One shot not connecting. C9 able to get out of that one clean.
My worry here for Gankstars is there's going to be a fight.
They're right back in. That's the gauntlet, and that's the kill. Wrecked is down. There was no fountain. XenoTek dropping low, and IraqiZorro as well. Triple kill for Joseph. 9 kills, 6 minutes, 45 seconds into this game. This guy, he's trying to set records.
Ace already. C9 have come to the final, and they are here to fight, Humanist. This is exactly what we expected from them. And already, the early prowess of this team that we know can go this hard this early on. Let's have a look at this replay. Again, perfect gauntlet from GabeVizzle. It stuns up Rek, makes it very difficult for him to actually function in this team fight. And then ILoveJoseph comes through. Obviously, when you have a free pass as a weapon power glaive onto a CP Kestrel, you will decimate her, and absolutely shown there.
A free pass onto the Kestrel. I think Joseph would take that any day.
Not even a free pass, he's got the whole book right now. He's like, oh, I take all the tickets.
Whole book, whole school, they're taking it all right now. They are taking names. This is phenomenal play thus far. Impressive stuff.
I'm worried for Gankstars. Not only how far they are behind right now, but I'm worried compositionally because of this the weapon power glaive coming through. You can't really use IraqiZorro to the best of his ability. You can't really pressure Old School that well because you're going to have to peel back for that CP Kestrel because of this lead that ILoveJoseph's got right now. So this is going to be kiting backwards for Gankstars. Now you can do that with the Lyra, but then when do you ever turn the engage round? When do you ever find that re-engage? If you're trying to do everything kiting, when do you ever find the re-engage that you deem necessary? Because obviously if Rona then jumps in, all it's going to have to be for Cloud9 is you Vanguard back on ILoveJoseph, then you turn on to IraqiZorro, who's committed. I just think in general, C9 have had the better composition here.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the way you explain it makes sense to me. I think the same thing. Like, if you are going to go in, what happens? Old School stands his ground, throws the verse, gauntlets down, you're surrounded. Afterburns, it's such a dangerous situation.
And also, there's 2 methods to get onto XenoTek. Not only the afterburn, but you have the gauntlet from GabeVizzle, and Rex can't block all of them. He's going to face check.
Face checks it, takes a little bit of damage as the one shot will connect here. Full adrenaline stacks as XenoTek does move forward. Iraqi with the foe splitter gets the move speed. Just moving around here, they're going to hang back, trying to keep their nice positioning here. Flares coming out constantly from C9. GabeVizzle will not allow his team to be caught by surprise.
So we haven't yet had too much time to talk about the itemization here, but look at ILoveJoseph, Lucky Strike picked up here. That is so good for snowballing when you have a weapon power carry that is designed to burst out someone squishy in the backline like XenoTek. XenoTek has had to go a reflex block already, by the way. That is just not good on a CP Kestrel this early. You want to hit as much CP as quickly as possible, which is why you generally tend to see them fill every single item slot with crystal bits or tier 2 crystal items all the way up to the tier 3 crystal items. Forcing a reflex block this early really limits the power of a CP Kestrel.
Yeah, it definitely feels like you do not want to be building defensively on that CP Kestrel. Gauntlet over the wall, how about that? You're going to be looking for the target. Rek, he takes the arcane passage out. Iraqi trying to find the damage. XenoTek moving back, he can't do it. Iraqi's down. The active camo is GabeVizzle. He sniffs out XenoTek, trying to find that stun. It's not going to be enough on the backside. Rek and Old School, they drop simultaneously. It's like clockwork right now. Cloud9 have Gankstars' number.
If it's like clockwork, C9 have hit every single number right now because it has been insane for them this 10 minutes into the game when they are taking that choke point turret down. I can't even believe it. We thought this was going to be close, but C9 have either been holding something back this entire composition, or I just can't even explain it. This is so good from C9 right now. Again, reflex block comes in use here for XenoTek, but again, you know, you're not giving him time to wind up those glimmer shots. You're not giving him time to play from range, which is one of the advantages that the Gankstars composition has. Old School obviously chasing Rekt over to the side here. You have split Gankstars up. Gankstars can't function when they are split up.
Joseph moving around that active camo there. He is so aware of his positioning on the map. It's phenomenal. It's insane right now.
And Gabe was trying to body block everything as well there. He was trying to body block the glimmer shots from XenoTek too, trying to prevent that active camo from even going off. Everybody from C9 is so switched on at this point in time.
Oof. They got us switched on here at the desk as well. Look at the net worth building for Cloud9. This is insane. It is a mountain of net worth. These guys are like dragons sitting in their mountain on their pile of gold. Just phenomenal right now.
And GabeVizzle picking up the Crucible. It's something that we saw him do against Von C in TSM just the last series. He crucibled so many active camo stuns across the entire team, and there was a crucible of an active camo stun that won them the game and won them the series. So even, you know, with XenoTek not being particularly fed right now, we're going to fight potentially. Rekt's going in.
Yeah, Rekt trying to make something happen here. He drops that charm as well. And the aggression not paying off, but let's see how this does play out. C9 have map control. You can see from the scout traps down across the map, there will be no surprises as Gankstars move forward. Not only the scout traps, but the flares as well. One shot comes out, connects onto Gabe. As C9 move forward, they have the positioning in the lane here.
Exactly. They don't need to commit to the Crystal Miner. They can just walk into C9's base because they have the minion wave, and C9 are either going to have to clear or commit, and they want to do neither. They don't want to get anywhere near C9 at this point in time. GabeVizzle might be gearing up for a gauntlet.
Gauntlet's going to come down. Rekt stunned out, but he moves back. XenoTek erased off of the map. And now C9 back to business as they're just going to go ahead and push the lane down. What can Gankstars actually do at this point? Cloud9 want to close this game out. They might just go for a turret and back off. We'll keep our eyes on it. First Vein Crystal turret has dropped. C9 look for maybe an opening to take someone out. They're focused on the turret currently. Red Mist comes out. Iraqi trying to find the damage. Glimmer shots come through. They're dropping damage down on Cloud9. GabeVizzle, well, he's just locked onto that turret. That's all he wants. Joseph, he finds the knockback. First is going to come out, connect onto Rekt. This is the teams just split apart from each other. Looks like GabeVizzle will be left to go ahead and die on the backside here. Is he going to die? Yeah. They'll be able to take him down. Arcane Passage forward. Will they be able to get Joseph as well? Bright Bulwark, a couple glimmers coming through. Joseph's going to stand his ground. Whoa! Joseph just stands his ground, finds the kill. And Old School, can they find this? This would be a very nice turnaround. A lot of net worth for Gankstars to go ahead and recollect here. We're going to see Old School try to make a play. All he can do here. Did he grab those boots right there? He grabbed his boots. He booted forward. That's going to be the end of the fray. He's into the Crystal Sentry safety. If he can just try to buff himself up and get some damage, is not enough. At the end of the day, IraqiZorro will be finding that kill. Still, 16-6, 13 minutes in.
Yeah, prevented the ace as well. They don't get anything from it. And yeah, despite the fact that Gankstars kind of won that teamfight situation, what do they actually get from it? They lost 2 of their Vein Crystal turrets. The Vein Crystal is open and exposed. C9, all they need to do right now is walk right down the lane, force a fight, force Gankstars to come to them. They know that they win these engages. They don't need to mess around on the map anymore. There's nothing they don't need to bait. They don't need to try and set up anything fancy. Just walk straight to their Vein Crystal. They don't want to come to you.
You said they don't need anything fancy, but even though they were ahead, we still see gauntlets over the wall. The plays coming out of C9, phenomenal play thus far. And as far as item choices, I really like to see Old School, what he's done. He's picked up defense here. They're ahead. It makes it so much harder for Gankstars to actually find that damage, even if they get in the perfect situation.
The golden rule of Vainglory is when you are ahead, and you're ahead by quite a margin, build defense. The investment in damage reduction is worth it to keep you ahead of the game. The golden rule when you're behind is build offense and rely on your positioning or opponent mistakes to find a way back into the game. C9 making the correct choice here, realizing defense pretty important to this situation. ILoveJoseph has got the Aegis and the coat of plates already, and he's also got that Tornado Trigger, so huge burst damage. Tornado Trigger is the burst attack speed item to pair in a weapon power carry build, designed specifically to punish XenoTek, who will not build weapon power, who will not build armor in his build. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, we saw that earlier, but it didn't feel right on that Kestrel.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like C9 looking for a play, but it's Gankstars who engage. Rekt trying to make the play. Active camo from Xeno as he moves back, but look at it, it's Old School. He's going for the Vein Crystal. XenoTek knows what's happening, but I don't know if he can stop this. He moves in. Active camo's going to be down. He finds the stun. 1 glimmer, 2. It's Joseph and coming out here with the burst of judgment, and this is going to be the Vein Crystal dropping very easily for Cloud9 as they just move in, take the objective they need to win.